it's Christy. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to day one of my 2026 Valentine Card Series. Today I'm going to be making a card using the Valentine mice from Lawn Fawn, and I am opening up my little coloring resource book to the page where I've colored mice in 8 different ways. I'll set that off to the side so I can use that as inspiration. The images are stamped in Lawn Fawn Crunchy Leaf ink, and I'll be coloring with my Copic markers. Starting with the mice, I'm going to use E30, E31, and E33 for them. I'm going to lay in a little bit of shadow with that E33 first, and I'm doing it so that their heads are brown and their lower bodies are brown, but the center of their body is going to be white. Also, I'm going to leave some white space on their faces, right around their eyes and their muzzle. So once I have that shadow laid in, I'm going to blend out with the E31 for the midtone. You can kind of see the shape of how I'm blocking them out coming together now. And then I'll use that E30 to fill in and also just add a little bit of shading to the white parts of their bodies. And I am going to color all 3 of them the same, but since they're all facing in different directions, it's going to look a little bit different on each one of them. I like to keep the face nice and light, so for the first little guy, I put my shadows down the left side of the body since he's facing toward the right. For this little one, I'm going to do it equally on both the left and the right since he's facing directly forward. And then on the third little guy, he is facing toward the left, so I'm going to put his shadows on the right. That just makes sure that you're able to make out all of their adorable features, especially since I stamped them in this lighter brown ink. I want to make sure that those are still clearly visible. So I always want to use my lightest shade to go over the areas like the eyes or the nose if I need to color that in as well. I'm going to switch to E40 and E41 for my envelope, and I want it to look like a white envelope, but I just want it to have a little bit of shading to it. I also want it to match some of the cardstock that I'll be using later on in the video. So I'm just using that E41 to add a little bit of shadow, blending out with the E40 and leaving the majority of it just the plain white cardstock. And then I'm going to come in with some pink shades. I'm using R11, R20, and R22. I'm going to give all of my mice some rosy cheeks, color in their noses and the insides of their ears, and I'll also color in all of the little hearts. So the one that says XOXO, the one that is the seal on the envelope, and then also the 2 little hearts next to the moi sentiment. I skipped over that for now, but I'm going to come back and get that later on. So for all of that, I just started with the R22. I also filled in their noses completely with the R22. For the rest, I blended out with the R20 and then the R11 for the highlight. And once everything is colored in, I'm just going to trim these images out with their matching dies. Next, I'm going to work on my card base, and I have die cut some speckled eggshell cardstock with the Checkered Hearts backdrop portrait. I'm going to save all of that little heart confetti that came out of the die cuts. I'm going to use a few of those later on, but in the meantime, I'm going to take the jumbo glue tube and I'm going to add some liquid glue to the back of this panel. I want to be careful not to add too much glue, but I also want there to be glue in a lot of places so that this die cut will really lay flat on the card base. Since I'm going to use a contrasting color card base, it's going to be the Lawn Fawn Ballet Slippers cardstock. I want to make sure that that pink really shows through, and so that die cut needs to be really well adhered down. So once I have my glue completely covering every area that I can get on there without it seeping through, I'm just going to hold that in place until that glue starts to dry and grips a hold of that cardstock. Then I've taken the Crafty Hugs die and I've die cut it twice out of the speckled eggshell cardstock and twice out of white cardstock. I just had like two scraps that were just the right size, so that's what I decided to use. I'm going to start with the white ones because those are going to be down at the bottom. They're just going to be layered up for some extra height to give this die cut a little bit of extra stability and extra presence on the card. So I'm taking one of those white die cuts and just lining the top of it with the glue tube. And then I'll take the next white die cut and layer it right over top. I'll adjust that as needed while that glue is still wet and just make sure it's all lined up nicely. And then I'm going to glue the two speckled eggshell Crafty Hugs die cuts right over top. And I'm just making sure to use as little glue as I possibly can. I want to make sure that that is well covered, just like with the checkered hearts backdrop, but I don't want any glue seeping out, so I'm just using the nozzle to kind of spread that and drag the glue along the die cut so that I have enough on there, but not so much that it's seeping out all over. And in between each of those layers, I'm going to adjust and just squeeze that die cut together so that the stack is really nice and straight and everything looks uniform and well adhered together. So I'm adding my last one on top here, and then I'll just make sure that, again, that's all lined up, and then I can set this die cut aside to use for later. Now I'm ready to work on my focal panel, and I've die cut a piece of Bristol smooth surface cardstock with the second largest of the postage rectangle stackables. I'm going to take the matching postage rectangle stackables stencil and add that over top in my MISTI. I have a grip mat down, so I'm just pressing that stencil into the grip mat so that it's well adhered on all sides, and now I can bring in my Distress Oxide inks. And I'm going to start with some saltwater taffy. I'm going to add that very light-handed all around the edges. I want it to be a little bit darker in the four corners and then have less of that just around the outside edge. That will give me some nice definition right along the edge of that crisp white postage stamp border. Then I'm going to bring in my second shade, which is Spun Sugar, and I'm going to add that to the center and completely fill it in. And then I lost a little bit of that saltwater taffy in the blending process, so I'm going to go back to that ink blending tool and just add that back in until I like how it's looking. Again, just using very soft pressure and building up that saturation level to how I like it. I'll go back one more time with the Spun Sugar blending tool, and then I can remove that stencil, and you can see how nice that looks with that really nice defined white postage stamp edge. So I'm going to move that down to the lower left-hand corner of my MISTI, and I'm going to stamp part of my sentiment in Crunchy Leaf ink. That's the same ink that I used for the stamping of my mice. So I'm going to stamp that down twice to make sure it's nice and bold. And then I can set that aside, and I'll pop my card base in my MISTI. So again, this is the Ballet Slippers cardstock, scored and folded to an A2 standard size card, so 4 1/4 wide by 5 1/2 tall. And I'm going to stamp on the inside in bubblegum ink, and I'm just going to do a really simple little accent down in that lower left-hand corner with one of the mice and a love you sentiment. That way this card could be used for Valentine's Day, but it could also be used for an anniversary or any type of love theme. Now I'm going to adhere that focal panel to the card front. I'm adding my liquid glue to the center, but not along the edges. That way the edges can have a little bit of lift on them, which will give it a tiny bit of a shadow to help them stand out. And I just used the stitching grid lines to make sure that that was on there perfectly centered. Then I'm going to take that Hugs stacked die cut and add some more liquid glue to the back of that. And I'm going to add that between the two stamped phrases of my sentiment. And I want to add that at a little bit of an angle just for some added whimsy. So it will say, "Sending hugs your way." Next, I'll bring in my images, and I've added some foam tape to the back of all of those. So I'm going to just arrange them how I want them on that card front, right above the sentiment. And then I can remove that liner paper from the foam tape and pop them down into place. I'm going to add the one with the envelope first, since that one's kind of a little bit layered behind the one with the heart. And then I'll have the one with his hand in the air over on the left-hand side. For the little tiny moi sentiment, I used a tiny piece of foam tape over half of it, and then I'll just add a dot of liquid glue over the part that is going to overlap the envelope. And I'll just add that right there. And then I'm going to bring back in a couple of those little confetti hearts that were die cut from the Checkered Hearts backdrop portrait, and I'll just add those as a nice little accent on the focal panel. I'm also going to bring in a little bit of Stardust Stickles to give this card a tiny bit of sparkle. I'm just going to add it to the pink hearts. So the two on the either side of that tiny little moi sentiment, also the heart seal, and then a little bit on that XOXO larger heart as well. I thought about putting it on the Hugs sentiment, but I decided I liked the crisp white of that. So that is going to finish off this card. There is another peek at the inside, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. This card is going to be on the Lawn Fawn blog and YouTube channel today as well, so if you'd like to check it out again, you can watch it over there. I would so appreciate your support. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that like button and leave me a comment down below. I love to hear from you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell if you want to be alerted when I post new videos. The products I use will all be listed and linked in the description bar below in case you'd like to pick up anything for yourself. And I'll also put up day 1 of the last 2 years of Valentine Card Series in case you'd like to keep watching. Thanks so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you soon in the next. Bye-bye.